I'm not sure what this is. Good morning, dancing Lex.
Speaking of dance, but just speaking of dancing, like we got home from my sister's like tea party yesterday, just in time for Strictly, and something on there made me cry. Sorry, I'm gonna get like all emotional like straight away, right? But it made me cry, and it's the first same-sex couple on Strictly, right? And I didn't realize this. I haven't seen Strictly for a couple of years now, but sat down and watched it. My mum was like, "Oh yeah, it's the first same-sex couple," and I just went like, 2021.
Yeah, where have all the gays been? Gays dance. We know this.
Like that, but how is it taken? Like people, television.
Yeah. How is this a new thing for 2021? Yeah. How is this news? Yeah.
Yeah, and I got all emotional because like they did a really lovely dance as well, and it's very good. And they're like, "Oh yeah, the power play between," because they did a tango. It was right nice. Like, oh, the change in power play between them is very clever, and and one of the guys is South African. He's got a lovely South African accent, so my mum likes him. And it was just like, and the way that they were getting emotional about it, and I was like having a moment and everything, because also you just think like, oh, there's some dickheads out there going, I'm not homophobic, but I don't like seeing two men together, and
I'm not ... but
yeah, exactly. But anyway, I just thought that like like it's about bloody time.
Shall I say some hellos?
Yes, yeah. Sorry.
We've got Jason, Aileen, Elaine, Janine, Jilly, Laurel, Leslie, Jackie, Jilly again, Nia, Cassie, Nadine again. I think I'm beginning now. Rebecca and Jane Wathan sounds like Nathan, Scooby, Shaggy, Gemma, Tarbox, Record Rat UK. Elaine says they had a female couple last year on Strictly.
Oh, I didn't know that. I think
two ladies danced with each other last year. They went out early due to COVID.
I think this is gonna sound a bit, but I think two women dancing with each other, because you see that two old ladies at the tea dance. That's okay. It's two old ladies.
I think that's it. When you think back to clubbing and everything, nightclubs, and women have danced together for years, whereas men not so much.
No,
particularly straight men. You don't tend to see two straight men moving in a way together, do you? Yeah. Apparently, this is how we dance.
We do, or like that, or the yeah. But anyway, it just really it just got me. It just got me. I don't know why.
Emote, just a bit emote.
Oh, I do remember there was the boxer. Yes.
The only female boxer I know is Jane Crouch.
I don't know. Is it she one at the
Olympics?
The
only female boxer I know, and I only know her because she's local. She lives around here.
No way. That's cool.
Way. I have stood next to Jane Couch ordering a bacon sandwich before. That's my claim to fame.
That's great.
There is E Funko Collector and Dawn, Yvonne, Diane, Jackie, Linda, Mary Fitch, Lucy Pavel, Anne Pennicott, Yvette Robinson, and Victoria Foley. Everybody is coming in slowly but surely.
Good morning.
So I hope you are all well in the side chat and are all having spiffing time of it. Oh, there's Lil and Sharon and Deb Hughes. People are popping in now.
Everyone's here today. All of us.
Everybody's here. So yesterday your sister had a Macmillan green tea kind of affair, didn't she? What do they call it? A coffee morning, they call it.
Yeah, it was more coffee afternoon because it started at 2. But yeah, just like randomly about 2 weeks ago, my sister was like, randomly a couple of weeks ago, she was like, oh yeah, let's have a coffee, Macmillan coffee thing, because a couple of her really good friends and her father-in-law died of cancer, and Macmillan were really helpful like during those times, and also pretty soon after we get back from holiday, Kate's having her first tattoo, which is in memory of her friend Helen as well. So that's quite cool. But yeah, she raised like £284 from selling a bit of cake in the garden. So
nice. Nicely done. Well done, Kate.
Yeah.
And of course, she had to rush out and buy lots of tea sets, didn't she, to be able to make that happen?
Yeah, I know. Well, she was like, I've run out of sugar bowls. It's like, I don't think you have, Kate.
You have. That's not true, is it, Kate? That's not a true thing, is it?
Yeah.
They're saying it was Nicola Adams, the boxer who was on it last year.
Oh, was it? Okay, fab.
And Janine says they looked absolutely gorgeous dancing together, made me a tad emotional too. And E Funko Collector says, as a gay person myself, I think it's lovely to see a same-sex couple dancing professionally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mary's asking when we go on holiday, about 9 days' time.
Gosh, stuff to sort out. I've been praying. I was praying that the Welsh government would do their little UE turn, but they haven't yet. So unfortunately, still different rules for me. So
well, I'm puzzled because they definitely said that the test that you take while you are out there has been abolished, has been no, and yet my friend Hayley has just come back from the same place and she did the test while she was out there. So I'm really confused now.
Well, it's definitely not for me.
Really confused.
I've still got to take the test while we're out there.
I'm not even really confused.
Yeah.
Bab says, missed us both last week. There was nothing wrong last week, guys. We had a very busy weekend and we both knew that doing a live on the Sunday as well was just going to be too much. We just knew, Lex had ended up staying on the Saturday night unexpectedly because we were so late getting back from Nottingham and we knew we were going to get up and have to do station runs and it was just going to be too much. So we just went, let's be sensible here.
What's the... Would be more excited if I wasn't so confused.
That's how I feel. There's no room for excitement in the confusion.
I'll be excited when they've said like, right, you can get on the plane now. And I can. Okay, that's good. That's great. Thank you. I don't know what that means, Steve.
No. Well, who's your mate, Kath, Steve? What are we talking about, love?
Is this meant to be a joke now? I don't understand him sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, now Scooby Shaggy saying that comes in October when you don't have to take the test out there. So that I think that starts after we've gone. I think that's why I'm confused about it.
I think it starts. We go out on the Tuesday, and I think it starts on the Monday, doesn't it?
Piss off, Josh.
Was we in your thoughts, Josh?
We're always in Josh's thoughts, not necessarily in a good way.
Yeah, we had a fight over Josh. Yeah. You can have him. No, you can have him. Joking.
Lil says also YouTube is always a side thing. Most all videos are lovely to see but never expected. Thank you, Lil.
Yeah.
It does become an odd kind of responsibility in a kind of way. You're kind of like, oh God, if I don't do it, people are going to be like, oh, I hope you're okay. And I am okay. So just,
yeah.
Just sometimes you can't fit it all in and you have to let something drop.
Yeah.
And as Lil said, because it is a side thing, usually if I can't hold everything, then I have to let some YouTube go because I can't drop eBay because then I can't pay the bills.
and your mum is just like,
can't drop my mother because she doesn't bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to go, I can't keep all my balls up. Yeah.
Cheeky.
Yeah. Best wishes to Lainey.
Oh, I know.
Christ. I'm coming back to the Lainey thing, but just 2 seconds while somebody kicks Dee's ass.
Anyway, Steve's come in. He said his hello, and now he's going to go. So,
best wishes to Lainey, who has a baddie leg again, and has had temperatures and is genuinely feeling a bit shit. So feel better soon, Lainey. Nadine says, in my mind, Carla's Josh's mum and Lex is his naughty auntie.
I'm all right. I'm generally the naughty auntie anyway. So yeah, I'm down with that.
In Nottingham last week, I was asked if I was Andrea's mum. Yeah, that was fun. Andrea Hills, is this your daughter? No. This lady who is 1 year younger than me, my daughter. No, but thanks for asking. I was like, I really hope you're asking that because she looks really young, not because I look really old. I have to say though, it was it about, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and I think they were already on. Yeah, I think they had taken advantage of the fact that Wetherspoons served beer quite early in the day. Yeah, so I think they were already quite happy with life. But yeah, Alexander, just hoping that it's because Andrea looks incredibly young for her age, not because I look incredibly old for mine. Yeah. Nadine's backtracking. She says Josh looks like he's 12, so no offense meant with them. My comment. I am old enough to be Josh's mum. I am 48. Josh is 22. Josh is 22. I am more than old enough to be Josh's mum, so I'm never offended when people think that is the case. But I am only a year older than Andrea else.
It was a good weekend anyway, wasn't it? It was lovely.
It was, yeah. Josh is welcoming Stall out of Etsy prison.
Oh yeah, that looks like a right palaver.
Yeah, Stall's had a bit of stress this week with Etsy randomly shutting down his account and accusing him. Well, I can't even. What was it they said he'd done?
Oh, I think they've just. Oh, I don't know. It's on his Instagram post. They take off 2 of his listings, and then they were like, "We need to withhold
all of your money for the next 4 months or something ridiculous." And he was like,
similarly, I think Z on with his PayPal account had not for the same reasons or anything, but Z had got told that because he had a chargeback or something through his PayPal account, that PayPal wanted him to have like a buffer zone of cash in there of like something ridiculous, like 800 quid. And it's like, no, why do I've never had
that's my month's rent.
Like, I don't think so. Like a 50 quid buffer. Okay, whatever. But not like 800 quid.
Yeah, how many £750 sales are you going to ever have that you need that buffer there for? Yeah,
exactly. Insane.
Morning, Fandria. Morning, Lisa Louise. Morning, anyone else who's wandered in and I didn't notice. I beg your pardon. I'm not gonna show my car boot stuff, by the way. I'm gonna just record it for a video for next week. So there's one comes out tomorrow, which is last week's car boot stuff, and so on and so forth.
Did you have fun this morning?
Yeah, I've done all right. Yeah, they're definitely shrinking. The car boots are shrinking, and the amateur sellers are getting fewer and fewer. There's just the regular traders, which you're not going to buy much of, but much from.
Does it? But you're the Straight Out of Compton one. That's an all-year one, isn't it?
Easter Compton, yeah.
Sorry,
the pickings get really, really slim in the winter.
Yeah.
Even though it's there all year, it is the same dogged people trotting up and going, "Here's my stuff again." And so, I mean, I've been known to go to that one in the winter and come back with like only 2 things or something. So I'm not feeling so bad about the death pile. Although yesterday I tried to organise the death pile and discovered it's unorganisable. It's taken over. It's doing its own thing.
Burn it all.
I did 50 drafts yesterday. You guys can't see that. I don't know if I am literally surrounded by piles of stuff. I can't move. But it's another reason why I'm not showing you my car boot stuff, because I've got nowhere to put it if I get it out of the bags that it's in. So yeah, I did 50 drafts yesterday, and they're all sitting there waiting to be photographed, which is what I'm going to do when we finish this live. So.
Ooh, Richie says went to Sully today. How was Sully? I think Edward might have been selling.
Not a lot there, he says.
Shame. I don't know. WPF, what's that?
Washing Pool Farm, which is what it's saying Easter Compton. It's the Washing Pool Farm.
Right. Okay. Oh, so we must live somewhere in between then. That's cool.
Morning.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go car boot today. My sister and my brother-in-law and Cooper the dog are driving up north today to go and pick up my nephew. He's like done with the north and he's moving back.
Does he not have a car out there?
No, he doesn't. He was having lessons and then pandemic. As that happens.
Sorry, Ben, what that one?
What's that? Is he Edward or Walter? He is both. I think his name is like Walter Edward, isn't it?
Yeah. Julie says, I've got some Mary Jane T-Bar Clark's Ladies Shoes list, but the patent leather looks marked stroke rubbed. They look practically new. How do I buff up the patent leather mark? Does anyone know? I must admit, I don't know when it comes to patent leather what you do with it. I do not know.
I'm an incredibly lazy lister, and I would just go, there they are.
How you deal with it depends on whether it's actually a scuff to the leather or a mark on top of the leather. Because if it's a mark on top of the leather, then you could very gently use kind of a little bit of the pink stuff, maybe very, very gently, and see if it will take that top mark off, or one of those white rubber things, the magic razors. But if it's a scuff to the patent leather, then that's not going to help. Oh, Josh is on his soapbox. If you do go to Easter Compton car boot, please do not hover. It drives me up the wall when I've got dealers hovering around me at Fillerbag watching me swoop up all the Pyrex. Oh, I haven't seen that one, Val. I'll have to go and look. Did she get my good side? Morning, Lisa. Still saying Winderline for the paint and leather shoes. And Richie is saying, I've got some bits for you, Lex. I'll have to pass to Carla to pass on to you.
So I just seen the message from Dermot.
Lee, I can never tell whether you are being very tongue-in-cheek or genuinely being horrible to me. I honestly can't tell. Oh, that's nice, Deb. Yeah. That's very good price. Yeah, really good.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
It's like they rested a foot on a foot and rub not scuffed. I will try all the tips. Just be very gentle with them, because with patent leather, I think if you take the top coating off, you'll make it worse.
I don't know Mandy. Any of those things.
And a special message from Dermot for you, Lex.
I know.
Morning, Christine Eigen. Anya says no taxis. Somebody said no petrol, and then Anya saying no taxis.
Oh, so yeah, yes. So yesterday, idiot panic buyers were outside the garage over the road from 6:30 in the morning, queuing up. The petrol station ran out of petrol at 4:30, and it's now closed. And so my mum went over there yesterday with a jerry can. Kidding, obviously not. She went over some milk. And she was like, you've been busy all day, that must be. And they're like, yeah, this is ridiculous. There's actually no shortage.
But there's going to be now.
Yeah, there's going to be now, but not really a shortage, because everyone's got it in their cars, and it's and it's fine. So.
Yeah, we drove past 4 last night that were all queuing out the doors.
Did he silence you? That's hilarious. Do it again.
Morning, Rebecca. Morning, Claire. There you go. Still sticking with the Winderline plan.
He knows stuff. There we go. Yeah, it's completely ridiculous, isn't it? We were going to make a sign saying, jam is in short supply. Come and buy jam. Come and buy my mum's jam. It is actually limited,
Christine says, why can't they get the army to help? I think most of our army are in other countries, getting in the way there.
But also, it's just silliness. It's just silliness. Like with the whole toilet roll thing, and the whole, it's. You're causing a run on the bank, and don't be daft. Don't be daft. And also, you woke me up at 6:30 by going, me, get out the way. And it's 6:30.
Speaking at each other like that's going to help, yeah.
God's sakes. Yeah, and then there is people that actually do need to, fill up their tanks, because driving is their business. Taxi drivers, delivery drivers, Ashley. All of that.
Can we just say another congratulations to Ashley at Paper and Twine for winning, I want to say Card Maker of the Year, but if it's not Card Maker of the Year, please put what it actually is. But yeah, basically, you may remember some time back, Ashley was in a competition and we all went over and we all dashed over and voted for it, and she won, so yay. And she gets to have an entire collection launched that she's designed. I'm sure if I've got the details wrong, she'll tell you.
That's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, Lil says she's seen on Facebook fights kicking off at petrol stations.
Oh yeah, they were all out there beeping at each other yesterday, and it's don't be daft. Really,
Ashley would like to thank you all for voting for her. Anya says the talk of getting the army in to drive HGVs, etc., because we're short of drivers, aren't we?
Well, yeah, because there's a shortage of our bus drivers now, because they're all going to drive trucks instead. Wow, nice one.
Mike says it's only BP. Yeah, it started with it was just a few BP stations that had a little bit of a delivery issue, and the media took it and ran with it and turned it into and people,
people are twonks.
Store says I wasn't going to go jumbling because I had no petrol, but I decided to live dangerously and set off. I found a country station with no queue and full pumps.
There we go. See.
Yeah. The world's gone crazy.
But it's like people have got really short memories, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's like, do you not remember doing this last year as well? And it was fine. You know, like, I don't know. People, don't be silly. Don't be silly. I don't know.
So how does your week coming up look, Lex? What's on the agenda
Well,
for
aren't
you?
we going to Gloucester?
No, Newport.
Newport. Yes, we're
I'm going to
going
see you
there.
in Newport on Tuesday, and I need to bring your cheese because I didn't post it.
It will be fine. It will be fine, won't it? It's
Oh yeah, cheese lasts for months. Yeah, it's probably going to be better because it's been in my fridge for a week and then going to come to you quickly than it would be if it had been in Royal Mail for 2 days.
True.
Because I was like, I haven't got any chilled boxes to post it in. I haven't got any ice packs. I haven't got anything like that. You know. So yeah, I didn't post it. And I'll just bring it.
And we even said the day before. I said like, oh, I'm putting the cheese in your fridge, and it's like,
And I
well,
said, you'll forget it.
Yeah,
you said I won't. I said you will, and you did.
No. Didn't I say I will probably forget it? Like that's a thing, and it happened. Self-fulfilling.
I will probably forget it Tuesday as well. So between us.
Oh, no cheese.
And nobody here wants to eat it because it's weird cheese.
It's not weird cheese. It's delightful. It's chili and lime, and it's
chili and lime is weird cheese, isn't it? Let's face it.
So good, so good. So yeah, and at some point, I really do have to do some work. So I haven't done any all week.
Like I said, I did 50 drafts yesterday, but they're not photographed yet. Bye, Jilly. Sorry. Dermot saying, Carl, have you got a HGV license? Funny enough, I haven't. Maybe I should get one. You'd be sure of work, wouldn't you?
Could totally see you as a truck driver. Like with one of them radios as well, with like a CV radio. 10-4. Oh, Tracy, thank you very much for the boxes. Thank you.
What would your CB radio name be?
Dave. I don't know.
You have to be like called Big Bird or something like that, or not you. You don't have to be Big Bird, but it has to be like Big Bird calling Cookie Monster. Come in, Cookie Monster.
Yeah, no, I'll just stick with Dave. I think.
It can't be Dave. Dave's not inspiring enough.
I don't know. I'm not very good with usernames. Like
you have to be Dirty Dave or Dynamite Dave or.
No, yeah, just Dave. I can't think.
Dave.
I don't know.
Lainey says you can be weird cheese, and Elaine says I've got to be Cake Monster.
Oh, there we go.
Babs says she was on CB and hers was NAXH1. It doesn't trip off the tongue, Babs. It's
What's the opposite of a bad biscuit? So I'll be a delightful
adequate cracker. Adequate cracker.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that one. That's fine. I remember my sister doing it back in the day.
Yeah, Store says I think we've got a convoy. We biscuit Dave, says Claire Rosie. Mike was dandelion in his CB days. Back when I was a very small child, I seem to remember somebody's older brother being on the CB, and when I say small child, probably about 10. I seem to remember messing about on CB radio with that. Lainey was Strider, apparently.
Oof.
Anya says you should be Catbutt.
That's the second lovely thing you said about me this weekend, Anya. You really full of the compliments. Huh?
What was the first lovely thing?
Oh, yesterday I was apparently drunk all of the time. So
Lex is not drunk anywhere near as often as you think she is. This is sober Lex you're looking at, just so you know.
Yeah, no, this is my come down after eating like cake yesterday. I had enough cake. Oh my god! I mean, it was good cake, to be fair.
Cassie says you could be rum bum.
Oh, I haven't had a rum for ages.
How was that, you, Lil? I'm very, very bad at putting people's actual names to their side names in the chat, and then they go, "Oh, that was me. I bought that off you," and I'm like, "Oh, of course it was. I knew that." I didn't know at all. Linda says on the CB she was Wayside Flower.
Well, that's a pretty name. I'm still sticking with Dave, I think. And they'd be like, "What's your ASL?" And I'll be like, "I beg your pardon."
You could be Dogger Dave.
Dogger Dave.
Actually, didn't you say you like listening to the shipping forecast? Couldn't you be Doggle Dave or something?
Oh, I love the shipping forecast.
Claire's come up with Keto Biscotti.
Keto Biscotti. I'll do. Huh? Say, what would my CB radio name be? Like, because Kate used to have one, didn't she?
Yeah.
Did she have a handle?
I think she was Little Bear or something.
Little Bear. As in Goldilocks?
Yeah, you were Baby Bear.
No, I would know.
Rebecca suggests Kale Queen, but actually I think I prefer Stall's suggestion.
Lay by Lex, nice. Yeah. I could be Little Fecker.
Right, Danda says it was 1982. It was illegal to use CB. Also needed specific license to be a tanker's fuel driver. There you go. I'm not going to be able to get a job doing that then. Damn it. Back to the drawing board.
Is that I could be Nessa?
Yeah, I think it's you.
I don't want to be Nessa.
Don't know. I've got the build for it, but you've got the accent.
No, I don't. Nessa has a Welsh accent that doesn't even exist.
Barry accent.
It's a Barry. Well, yeah, but even then, it's not really. And I definitely don't have anywhere near a Barry accent.
I'm going to say you didn't have a Welsh accent then, and literally the entire chat we're going to be like,
no, well, I don't have that kind of Welsh accent.
But the thing is, you have to understand that to English people, a Welsh accent is a Welsh accent.
Yeah, but we have like
to us, you have the same accent.
But even in Bridgend,
you've got
like,
Valleys accent, you've got Cardiff accent, Swansea,
and then there's different types of Cardiff.
Yeah, but only you guys know that. That's what I mean. Like to us, say I meet an Italian person, I'm going to say he had an Italian accent. But an Italian person would go, yeah, but what kind of Italian accent? I'm going to be going an Italian accent, and it's the same thing for you. Yeah. To us, you just sound Welsh.
All right, you know,
Northern Welsh is so distinctive. So.
I quite like North. No, yeah, my accent is quite mild compared.
That's it. Nia's saying you sound different. I'm not saying you don't sound different. I'm saying you sound different to those who know.
Well, like
people from another country, like American.
You also all right, my liver, and all that. Like that's all Bristolians sound like that. All
but also that to people like you, that's not just Bristolians. That's also to people from another country with an accent. That's not just Bristolians. That's also Bristol, Somerset, Bath, Devon, Cornwall. And we're all the same.
And for some reason, a bit of Norfolk. Yeah, for some reason, also talk like pirates. Yeah, and my sister isn't even from Wales. My sister was born in Yorkshire and then lived in South Africa. It's just that she lived the Barry life, you know.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, living the Barry life?
Not sure. She doesn't live it now.
Sammy Boo Goes Live says, hi, you both make it look easy to sell on eBay. Do you come across some scammers trying to get something for nothing?
All the time.
Like saying it's got a fault or a bit's broken when that's not true, or offering less. You always get people who are going to lowball offer you, always. But I personally, if you start, I put best offer on all my stuff. If I'm listening at 15 quid with best offer and your best offer is £3, I'm gonna get declined. That's it. We're not even gonna begin haggling. You're just being silly now. Occasionally you get people saying something's faulty when it's not, but that's life, isn't it? We live in a world where people return things for no reason to the big stores, and therefore they see no reason, but no difference between doing that to big stores and doing it to eBay sellers. You know. And
I will say, for example, last week I sold a few gold necklaces and stuff. Now, what people don't know is that when I'm packing up things like that of high value, I go through I film myself doing it, and I show like exactly what's going into the package and everything, and like the front of like the envelope and stuff, because of experience. Because like someone has tried it on with me before, where they've gone like, well, I bought a gold necklace off you and it wasn't gold, or there was nothing in the box and stuff. And so like I do that kind of thing to cover myself as well. Yeah.
Nadine's saying, I've had people quote me back all of the issues I've listed on the item and telling me that's why they should get it cheaper. I've had that, which is why it now says in my description, it will say, I don't know, it might say has a small hole, hence the low price. And that is my way of trying to stop them going, well, if it's got a small hole, I want it less. I've already taken off the bit that I'm taking off for that, you know?
Yeah, I've already accounted for that.
Yeah. Not that I sell things with holes in, but that was an example.
I do. But I tell them there's a hole in it, and I go, do you want it or not?
I tend to repair holes. If it's got a hole, then it'll be repaired, and then I'll state that I've repaired it.
Oh, I don't have the patience.
Yeah, Sammy Bruce saying, that's right, Lex. I've seen you do that video when you're packing. You're right. I will tell her that. I don't know who she means by her, but she must be asking for a friend or friend. Oh, no, further up. Sorry, my daughter gets it all the time. It's putting off from selling, as she has so many. Yeah. There you go. Nadine saying price reflects issues mentioned. Exactly, yeah. And back to accents, Lainey says she can tell the difference between you and Sharon, but if she didn't know where you were, she wouldn't know what the differences were.
Oh my God, I listened to Sharon's accent and it's like I've never even been to Wales. I'm not like, what? And she's like 20 minutes away, you know? And I know I do have a Welsh accent, and I could, when I moved to like the Northeast or when I like lived in London, I could definitely tell like, oh, yeah, like everyone sounds really Cockney to me.
I know that your Welsh accent is not very strong, but what I'm saying is, to me, I can't tell the difference between different Welsh accents. I can tell the difference in the strength of an accent, but I can't tell the difference between one bit of Wales and another.
Yeah.
It's just a Welsh accent to me.
Yeah, see, Sharon to me is like, she's got that Cardiff. I can't even do it. But it's very, very broad. Well, that to me is like she's got a Cardiff accent. And I don't know what mine is. Just mine's a mongrel, you know, a hybrid, you know, mixture of so many things all put together, I think, you know. But there's even pretend accents, but yeah, you know.
That's it. To anyone listening to me on here, they go, "Oh, you sound pure Bristolian," but not to Bristolian people. I don't. Oh, Bristolian people quite often say to me, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Well, here now, but originally Leicestershire."
Well, no, and I've heard your friends that are from Bristol, and I'm like,
and they're much stronger, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, and like you live in the same, like your next door neighbour and stuff, like really Bristol, like, but you're here on the same road.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And also, I always thought. Sorry.
I was gonna say as well. I'm not a big fan of Gavin and Stacey either. Which I know you've got quotes up in your bathroom.
I love Gavin and Stacey, yeah.
I've never been a big fan of it. So. Although off on a slight tangent, Russell T Davies is coming back as showrunner for Doctor Who, which is very exciting, and it does make me want to. I had a little like twinge yesterday of, do I want to go back and work in television? And then no.
I don't know when we're getting a new series either, because we've got one more series with Jodie. My brain's screaming Jodie Foster, and her name's not Jodie Foster.
Not Jodie Foster.
Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
We've got one more series with her, and then we don't know who the next Doctor is after that.
I think one more series and a Christmas special, I think. And then...
But what I mean is, if that's one more series and a Christmas special, then we haven't got time for that series to fit in before the Christmas special now. So we haven't had a series this year.
No.
Unless the Christmas special is before the next series.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I liked Jodie, but I think I just think it wasn't as dynamic writing as I hoped it was going to be, and I'm so glad that
I didn't find very many memorable moments in the Jodie Whittaker seasons.
Yeah. And I just think like it's like it's coming home again. Like it was drifting away. And now Russell is going to go, no, back in Cardiff. I'm doing it. Let's sort this out.
Sammy says, my dad came from Wales. He married my mum from Dover just after the war. People down here always said he sounded like Tom Jones, but we as his kids never noticed his accent.
Tom Jones.
Yeah, I think it depends where you go, doesn't it? And people, you know, other people notice it more. My nose is very sore again.
Oh.
I was going to make a joke about how I'd have to stop doing the cocaine, but somebody, if I make that joke, will take it and run with it, and before you know it, I'll have the police on the doorstep. Lainey says, it's like everyone tells me I sound Geordie. To me, I don't. You bloody do. Film. Why, aye, man. Although me and Neil, Channel Nem, are from the same place, I think his accent is much stronger, but everyone says we sound the same.
No. Like, to me, you do sound like you're from Sunderland, but his is definitely a lot stronger than Lainey's for sure. And like, so our mate Gavin is from Walker, which is part of Newcastle. When I first met him, even though I lived in the northeast for a while, I could not understand a word he was saying. And I'm like, I speak north, and I still, he was very, very regional. Yeah.
Sammy says, congratulations on my weight loss. Thank you. Been watching that. Lost a stone this month. Hard going. Well done. A stone in a month is amazing.
Oh, bloody good.
Yeah, stone in a month is really cracking on with it.
Yeah.
So, and Storr says he just doesn't think he does. I can't. I'm going to read out what Storr says because apparently my teeth don't work.
I completely agree. It's as if that was being a northern woman is like a character trait, and it's like, no, that's just who you are and where you're from. That's not a character trait. That's not a personality. That's like saying, oh, I've been watching a lot of Luxeria and Rowley, and they are LGBTQ plus activists on activists. They do things on YouTube, and they're absolutely like delightful and stuff. So I've been watching a lot of what's that? Where have you not lived? Ireland. Yeah, but they were saying about I don't know. Someone said like about like, oh, he's so gay, as if like gay was like their personality trait. What's your personality trait? Gay. It's like, well, gay is not a personality trait. That's just a thing that you are. So yeah, her being northern is that's not a personality trait.
No.
Like
that would be like saying that if you were black, it was a personality trait. That's ridiculous. Yeah. It's not a personality trait,
Exactly. So it's just just what you are. But yeah, I think it would be cool anyway. But I mean, what is Russ going to do now? Like, because he normally tends to work with a lot of same people over and over again. Now, the rumor is that it's the lead from It's a Sin will be the next Doctor, and I'd be like, well, chuffed with that because I thought he was great. He was in a band, and I don't know who the band is.
I never saw It's a Sin, so.
Oh, I've only managed to get half the way through it because like I can't cope.
Is it too emotional?
Yeah, I mean, Ollie Alexander is his name. Apparently he's in a band.
I'll be back. I'll be Googling.
Okay. But yeah, if it's him as the next Doctor, I'll be well happy with that because like he was excellent in It's a Sin, the 2 episodes that I watched through tears, crying.
Oh no, he's very young compared to other Doctors, isn't he?
From Years and Years. There we go. That's the band.
The Doctor has been aging recently until we got to Jodie Whittaker, so it'd be interesting to see whether they go for a very young.
Oh, I've never worked on Doctor Who set, but I have touched Matt Smith's console. And my friend Tom, who does work on Doctor Who, got stuck in traffic with the TARDIS on the back of his van, and he's like, "Sorry, like the TARDIS is going to be late." But yeah, I think it would be quite good, and I think that if Russell T Davies is coming back, I reckon it'll be him, and that would make me happy. That would be cool.
You look for the Fresh Prince, Steve.
Steve, you're on form this morning, love. Well done.
Bring back David Tennant, says Nia. I don't think we can bring back a previous Doctor as the Doctor again. You know what I mean? They've done it when they've brought in previous Doctors and had Doctor face-to-face moments, when the Doctor's crossed his own timeline and stuff like that. But I don't think you can bring back a Doctor and put him back into the role. It doesn't work.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. It just would not work. And he was very good in Des. That was good.
I never saw Des either.
Oh, I think it's on. Is it on ITV Play? I think it was an ITV one. It's either ITV or Channel 4.
I couldn't ruin it, Steve. It was already very, very bad. Can't ruin what's already rubbish. Come back with a decent joke, Steve Green.
Yeah. It might be the Doctor about 20 years ago.
Bella Reed, he means it was further up. He said it was a shame Bella Reed never got to be.
I thought it's one of our favourite bits was the Dr. Donna bit with the comedian.
Who said, I hope your next dump is a hedgehog? That's a regular insult in our house.
Catherine Tate, that was her name. Yeah.
Oh, Cassie's off. Bye, Cassie. Kath, we have been booting, but I haven't done a whole video because I'm going to record it separately because I'm surrounded by stuff that I've drafted and I haven't got anywhere to put anything, so I'm going to record it later. But yeah, I've been booting. Lex hasn't been booting because she's given it up for Lent or something. Longest Lent ever.
No, I don't need stock. I don't need to.
Whereas I absolutely did need stock. Absolutely I know. Did as much. Yeah.
I think, and also, like I said, my sister's driving up to Leeds today, so I doubt if she would have been up for,
oh yes, I did, Jane. Yeah, I did. Yeah, in one of my feedbacks to a bio, I did say I hope your next dump is a hedgehog. Yeah, nice. I said it's a regular. It's a regular insult in our house. So when somebody offends me. Sammy says, on the note of eBay selling, my daughter went to a charity shop and lady gave her a lipstick holder for nothing for shopping so much stuff. She put it on eBay and bid up to $24.99. Nicely done.
Yay.
Nicely done.
See, I like little ones like that surprise you. That just kind of come out from nowhere and go, what that? Awesome. Like, that's always quite nice, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It isn't a need to buy an oxymoron.
Yeah, I don't buy stock because I need it today. I buy stock because I'm going to need it at some point.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like at the little tea party yesterday, people are fascinated by me and my sister with our like hordes of stuff, hordes. And I was like, at least mine is a lot smaller than one fits in a cupboard. Whereas my sister needs like a shipping container.
Or
like, two. Yeah. Like to keep hers in it. And yeah, absolutely crazy. But yeah, they were fascinated about it. And they're just like, how do you know these things? And how do you know what to buy? And it's all just like
experience mostly.
Yeah.
Like I said, somebody asked me this not long ago, and the answer to how do I know what to buy is that I tend to buy what I've bought before. That's my modus operandi is I have sold that in the past, so if I see it again, I pick it up. And that is literally how I got started. I got started selling on eBay by seeing something at a car boot sale that I had sold of my own. I'd owned that thing, sold it on eBay and done out okay of it. So when I saw it at a car boot sale, well, I'll buy another one then and sell that one too. And that is literally how I began 150 million years ago. And it's pretty much how I've continued. I don't have any specialist knowledge about anything particular. I have quite a lot of little knowledge about most things. Many things, not most things, many things, would it be fair to say, not most things. There are some areas in which I have zero knowledge, and so you very rarely see me picking up electricals. I know that people like people like Ricky or Dave from ABL Reselling, they'll go out and they'll buy electricals all the time. And they know what they're buying, and also they know when they take it apart what they're looking at. So when they unscrew the back, they go, oh yeah, the D bit has come apart from the phalange socket, and if I just get some fnurbles, I can just sort that out. And I'm looking at it going, I can change the batteries just about, and sometimes I get that wrong. So I avoid anything electrical. There was a camcorder this morning. The guy said, "Hey, what's for that?" And I'm like, could be worth a load, but I'm not buying it because I don't understand anything about it. You know,
and because it'll be that thing where like you'll you've tested it at home and you're like, I think that works, it's fine. And then you'll send it to them and then you'll get that message going like, well, actually the something function on this doesn't work. And you're like, I don't know what you mean. And I can't just tell you the thing that you need to do to fix it. Effort.
Yeah, and like I said, other stuff, vinyl, for example, I know that people are buying vinyl. So in theory, if there's someone at the car boot selling a massive pile of vinyl records and they're saying 10 quid for the lot, I should buy that. Because surely there's more than 10 quid. But I don't want to get every single one of those vinyl records out of its case, hold it up to the light, check it for scratches, then research it, find out whether this one's worth selling, and then package it really nicely so that I don't want to do any of it. It's just
only for it to get to the buyer at the other end and go, actually
it's got a 1 millimeter scratch on the
exactly.
Yeah. You've got to love the stuff that you sell as well. You've got to either sell stuff that doesn't need to be loved, or if you're going to be a specialist, then you need to love the stuff you're selling.
Yeah, totally.
If you're a generalist, you don't need to love it the same way, I don't think.
I love what I do.
Yeah, Jane says I sell anything that isn't nailed down.
Not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I sell a proper random selection of shite. I really do. It's a very, very random. But Lee was in earlier on, and like I said, I'm not entirely sure whether he jokes about the crap that I buy or whether there's a genuine urge to be unpleasant. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that they're joking, and I'm also not sure whether they are male or female, because it's difficult to tell when somebody's name is spelled Lea. It could be either way. But like I said, some of the crap that I buy, that I can understand that people look at and go, why the fuck would you buy that old shit? Because I've sold it before.
Well, like I was with you the other week and you bought, like, I don't buy comforters, and it's not because I don't believe Carla and there's money in it. It's because to me it's like, it might have baby juice on it and I don't want to touch it.
Is that juice that comes out of babies, or juice made from babies, or the juice that you feed to babies?
When you squeeze a baby and then yeah. So we might have that on it and I don't like it. I don't want to touch it. And like, you bought 3 the other day for like £1 or £2 or something. You were like, well, that one's this company and that's 25 quid and that one's this. And I just went like, from £1, like 80 quid. Like I even I look at that and go like, I do not want to touch that. That looks like crap to me. So it might look like crap to other people as well. But you're there going like, yeah, but I know.
Yeah, like I said, I've got a little bit of knowledge about a lot of things, but I'm not a specialist in any way. I've got no, there's no area in which I could say I know fucking everything about that thing. I am the person you come to. If you want to know about you come to me. Absolutely not. Little bit of knowledge about a lot of stuff. Yeah, some of the stuff I sell in my sales videos has been listed forever. Yeah, it just sits around. If it's not taking up a lot of space and it's not bothering me, it can just hang about.
Oh yeah,
it's time to shift some stuff onto auction, and that's when it goes really cheap,
Well, when people go like, oh, I just, I took it all off sale, I delisted it, and I donated it to charity. I'm like, no, it can sit there. It can sit there.
Yeah, like I said, eventually I go through and I go, I'll bung a load of stuff on auction, and then it'll sell through on auction, and eventually, after a very long time, I go, right, this thing has been on a 99p auction for about a year now. Every couple of weeks, it's plainly never going to sell. Now I'll donate it. But it's not meanness, and it's not a violent urge that I will sell it. It's more I'm too fucking lazy to go and find it. If I sold it, then I'm willing to go and find it. But I haven't sold it. I can't be arsed to look for it.
Yeah, like my point is I've done the work. I've done the work to get it there. It might as well just sit there. Like I don't want to do anything else. Me taking it off sale and trying to find it and do it, that's work. I don't want to add to that.
There we go. She was joking. She or he was joking. I'm sorry. I think it's a chap in the profile pic. I'm not sure whether you are male or female, but apparently they were joking. Or sometimes you miss the nuances of speech when it's typed, don't you?
Yeah. And there she goes. I thought it was the kid on the bike. Yeah. I don't know where Carla's gone. I don't like it when this happens.
Did not touch anything. I didn't move my feet. I didn't kick that wire. It just went bye. Just shut me out.
Scary.
Honestly, normally what happens is I kick one of these wires, and it must be a very, like, maybe it's hanging out the plug or something at the back, and I go, but I never moved an inch that time. Yeah, Anya's got a storage unit. Josh came last week and helped me move some stuff back up into the loft, which has created a little bit more feeling of, it's still not in order, but I feel like now there's space where I can get it more in order. So now shoes and breakables, and it will be jigsaws, but it isn't yet, are going to be in the loft.
Cool. So does it already feel like you've gotten a little bit more control over the...
Yeah, it's made a difference, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, bless him. I roped Josh into helping me because Natalie and Anthony were both meant to be at work. And then Natalie turned out not to be at work, and I felt terrible for dragging Josh over to help me, whether he liked it or not. But actually, he did a way better job of helping than Nat would have done, because it's kind of like I passed it all up to him, and because Josh has actually got quite an orderly mind, despite the state of his bedroom, Josh's mum, if you're watching, he's got quite an orderly mind, and so he was actually putting it out sensibly up there, whereas if I passed it up to Nat, I would have then had to go up and arrange it afterwards because she would have just piled it. So,
well, Nat has her own particular system.
Yeah, she does, yeah. Sammy Boo says, what's the best item you've bought and got the most paid for to both of you? Lex?
Well, I've got a few. My biggest, I don't know, I suppose we'll go for the surprising one, which was My Little Ponies, isn't it? Like, because that was basically a 50p pony that turned into like 230 quid, something like that. That was cool. But my biggest single sale was a Pointless Trophy, which I paid nothing for, and I sold for £450.
The My Little Pony thing is a good case in point of not having any knowledge in that area.
No knowledge whatsoever. That was just
a case of, I think people buy these, I'll get that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
and then lo and behold, one of them apparently is a mega rare one. And I went, oh, that's quite good.
Yeah. My one that I always trot out is the set of books that I paid £3 for and sold for £130. They were nice. They were just Penguin classics. But I've had a couple of nice bits with clothing buys that have sold for a lot more than you would have expected. So, and I mean, recently, in the sales video I put up the other day, there's a Michael Jackson belt, and I paid £1 for that and got 45 quid for it really quite quickly. So, and again, there's no knowledge in that. That literally, I looked at that and went, people like Michael Jackson. There's a lot of Michael Jackson fans out there. I'll buy that. So it's not knowledge. It's just a kind of,
Yeah.
Thank you, Darryl. Darryl and Carol are there, and she said, and he or she, because you never know whether it's Darryl or Carol typing, says you've done so well with the weight loss. It lost 17 stone and kept it off. So a strong lady like you can too. Well, 17 stone is amazing. And
I've got to say, the keeping it off thing, that is
keeping it off is going to be the real. Okay, yeah. Kath, I'll message you later, Kath. Kath's off. Morning, Dodo. Yeah, keeping it off is going to be the real challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
because I know that I could gain half a stone in a week, every week, without batting a fucking eyelid. I know I could.
Yeah, same. Yesterday I saw the nurse that came round the 2 days after my hysterectomy to help me with the changing of my the stuff. Anyway.
Dressings or whatever, yeah,
all of that. And she was like, oh, so how are you doing now? I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely great, apart from like the weight gain and everything. And she was like, yeah, hormones, it just sucks, isn't it? And I'm like, so it's not just my imagination. It's not just, and she's like, no, like this happens. Like this, like it's shit, isn't it? It's not just me.
Lainey's saying, can we send her pictures for the raffle? You're going to raffle off a picture of us, Lainey? Do you want us in particular poses? I mean, I'm assuming she means pictures of the items that we are donating to the raffle.
I haven't picked one yet. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? What I? It's got to be silvery, and it's got to be like birdie, isn't it? Because it's Lainey. So I'll see if I can find like a silvery birdie thing to auction off.
My item is neither silvery nor birdie.
No, but
it had to be a theme.
But it's very good. No. I'm just like, because of when it's like, oh, choose a bit of jewelry, and it's like, oh, where do you even start? But
yes, I will send pictures, Lainey.
Yeah, I'll find something today. I'll find something pretty. Unless anybody has any requests, if you know what I mean. Like, or like a better suggestion. Yeah.
You bloody wouldn't, Lainey. You really would. Not of me. Steve send her a French lady picture of himself later. I'm a lady.
8p again. I'll give you 8p for it, Lainey.
What, for a picture of Steve?
That's a French lady. That's a good price.
8p's a lot, mind.
For that, yeah.
8p's a bit generous.
True. Oh, Lainey, I'll show you what I did get. Not for the raffle, just because I thought they were really cute. Look at these little salt and peppers. Aren't they adorable? Aren't they really cute? Yeah. Bloody full of pepper, though. So I picked it up and just went all over my hand.
Wonderful.
Oh.
All of the dogs are somewhere else being quiet.
Which is very suspicious. Shizuma will be asleep on my bed because she likes a lie-in. And Azumi will be asleep on the chair in front of the window.
No, don't disturb her. Molly's lying on Nat's bed having a snuggle. Buddy's fast asleep at the top of the stairs snoring his head off, and Kai's at the bottom of the stairs guarding the house.
No, because he's a good boy. Bless him. Yeah, it's full of pepper. Bloody full of pepper.
I told her not to disturb her. She obviously did. Yeah, I love her too. No, I don't need kisses. I don't need them. Good girl.
No.
Good girl. Say hello to the internet. You okay? For your nice sleeps?
Yeah, nice sleeps and now nice kisses.
Apparently she's done 50 laps of the park this morning in about 5 seconds. She obviously had some energy that she wanted to burn off.
We're getting Toby lunch delivered today.
I'm not having a Sunday lunch today because Mum's got her harvest festival lunch at school. Not school, she don't go to school, church. So we're not going out for lunch today. So I've made soup again. I'm going to have some soup later.
Is it like the tomato one?
Yeah. This time I roasted the peppers and the tomatoes to just make it a bit different. So. Molly is a collie spaniel cross. She was supposed to be more spaniel than collie, but I think she's actually more collie than spaniel.
One of my mixed selection boxes. Oh, like I was saying, like of chocolates. I could do like a little surprise box. Couldn't? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Ooh, like a little mystery thing. If I show, I could do it. See now it's like you've done like you could get creative, Lex. And now I'm like I could get creative, couldn't I?
Lainey's having quiche. I bloody love quiche. One of the things I miss about trying to lose weight is pastry. I mean, every now and again I cave and have pastry, but I really miss pastry. And it's such a weird thing. I mean, like it's just flour, water, and a bit of fat. And yet it's so good. Bloody love pastry.
It's the texture thing, isn't it? Again, it's the feeling. Like that's why I really like crisps, because I love, and you just don't get that from anything else. Like pastry is very.
I really miss pastry and cake. It's how I got this size, because if you'd said to me, what would you like to eat for the rest of your life? It'd be things in pastry, cakes, biscuits. Those are the things I would like to eat forever, please.
I'd like saag paneer and tandoori chicken and poppadoms, please. Thank you. That would be if I was on death row, that would be my final meal.
I like lots of things that aren't pastry, but I bloody love pastry. There are now 3 spiders in the corner of my window here, and they're fighting over the fly that's landed in their web. And I keep thinking I should get rid of that cobweb, but it's not a cobweb if it's got a living spider in it. It's somebody's house. It's not a cobweb until it's an old dusty thing just dangling there, is it? He's put a lot of work into that, bless him.
Oh, Steve's
not doing very well at catching the reseller fly, though.
Steve's back with another cracking joke there.
Go on, Steve. I won't spoil this one for you. I'll let you do your own punchline.
I've done a jacket sweet potato. I love a jacket sweet potato.
Yeah, I like a jacket sweet potato.
Mm-hmm. And what I do is butter all around the outside, salt, maybe even some like garlic powder and stuff, and like really roast it. Yummy. No,
I could quite happily get rid of the sausage and just eat the pastry.
No. Why are Greg's sausage rolls always greasy? It doesn't even matter if you have them cold from the fridge or whatever, they're always greasy.
Because they put a lot of grease in them.
They're so up, but it's just like it drips. Like, not sure about that. Steve's being rude.
Punchline, Steve. Come on, what's the punchline?
No, I think that was his punchline, and the joke just doesn't work.
What noise does a cake make when you eat it? Is that his punchline?
I don't know. Scone. It's not grease, it's baby juice. Sweet baby.
Oh, I see. He wanted to know what you were. Apparently, you're making food noises. He wanted to know what noise of what cake that's how to eat it.
Oh, I don't know, Steve. Go away.
I'm too busy going blah, 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 to hear the noise. Drowning the cake out. Right, I need to say goodbye.
Okay.
It's time to say
And you're going to start singing that.
It's definitely time because I've started singing. Yeah, I need to say goodbye because I need to get all these things photographed before I go and pick Mum up because I can't function in this room at the moment without putting some stuff away, and I can't put it away till it's photographed. So I need to say goodbye and go and do some work. There are 206 people currently watching. I do hope you're all enjoying the stellar output this morning.
As you say, I'm a hecking delight.
A hecking delight. Thank you all for joining us this morning. As I said, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, we did our best. Did we do our best?
Oh, no, I didn't. No,
we didn't even do our best. We didn't put any effort in whatsoever.
No, I haven't even got deodorant on. Sorry.
Nice. Antoinette's in the side chat. I didn't even know she was there. Hi, Antoinette.
I do smell nice.
And Donna.
But it's just
You always do smell nice.
I'm hecking delightful.
You always do smell nice. Right. As I was saying, thank you to everyone for joining us this morning. I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. Have a good week. I hope the eBay gods smile upon you if those are your gods. And I think, are we here next week? I think we are, aren't we?
Not sure. I don't know what.
We are. I think we've got one more Sunday before we go away.
Yeah. And I
sound like the Cookie Monster when I eat cake. Cookies. Yeah, I think we're here next week.
Yeah,
unless the gods step in and prevent us. Okay, awkward wave time.
Dentist on Friday, though.
Oh, you'll be fine by Sunday.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. Bye.